The Perpetual Almanac or Gentleman's Soldier's Prayer Book, printed in the 7 Dials of London 2 or 3 centuries ago. This book relates how one Richard Middleton was taken before the mayor of the city he was in for using cards in church during divine service, being a droll, merry, and humorous account of an odd affair that happened to a private soldier in the Regiment of the Foot, which by the way is known today as the King's Royals Rifles. The story goes something like this. The sergeant had commanded his party to the church, and when the parsons had ended his prayer, he took the text, and all of them had a little Bible pulled out to find the text. For the soldier had neither a Bible, an almanac, or a common prayer book, but he put his hands in his pocket and pulled out a pack of playing cards, and spread them before him as he sat, and while the parson was preaching, he first kept looking at one card and then another. The sergeant of the company saw him and said, "Richard, put up your cards, for this is no place for them." "Never mind that," said the soldier. "You have no business with me here." Now the parson had ended his sermon, and all was over. The soldiers repaired and retreated out to the churchyard, and the commanding officer gave the word to fall in, and when they did, the sergeant of the city came and took the man prisoner. "Man, you are my prisoner," he said. "Sir," said the soldier, "what have I done that I am your prisoner? You have played a game of cards in the church." "No," said the soldier, "I have not played a game, for I am only looked at a pack." "No matter for that, you are my prisoner." Where must I go?" said the soldier. "You must go before the mayor," said the sergeant. So he took him before the mayor, and when they came to the mayor's house, he was at dinner. And when he had dined, he came down to them and said, "Well, sergeant, what do you want with me? I brought a soldier before you for playing cards in church." "What?" said the soldier. "Yes, well, the soldier, what have you to say for yourself?" "Much, sir, I hope." "Well, good and good. But if you have not, you shall be punished the worst that ever man was." Then the soldier slowly reached down and pulled out his deck of playing cards, and he looked back at the mayor. "Sir," said the soldier, "I have been 5 weeks upon the march, and had but little to sustain myself on, and without either Bible or almanac or common prayer book or anything but a pack of cards. And I hope to satisfy you of my purity of my intentions." And then the soldier pulled out his pocket a pack of cards, which he spread before the mayor, and then he began with the ace. "When I see the ace," he said, "it puts me in mind that there is one God only. When I see the deuce, it puts me in mind of the Father and the Son. And when I see the trey, it puts me in mind of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. And when I see the 4, it puts me in mind of the 4 evangelists that penned the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And when I see the 5, it puts me in mind of the 5 wise virgins who trimmed the wicks of their candles and oil. There were 10, but 5 were foolish and were shut out. When I see the 6, it puts me in mind of the 6 days that the Lord made heaven and earth. And when I see the 7, it puts me in mind that on the 7th day, God rested from all the works which he had created and made. Wherefore the Lord blessed the 7th and hallowed it. When I see the 8, it puts me in mind of the 8 righteous persons that were saved from when God drowned the world. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. And when I see the 9, it puts me in mind of the 9 lepers that were cleansed by our Saviors. There were 10, but 9 never returned. To God's thanks. And when I see the 10, it puts me in mind of the 10 commandments that God gave Moses on Mount Sinai on the table of stone. He took the knave and laid it aside. And when I see the queen, it puts me in mind of the Queen of Sheba, who came from furthermore parts of the world to hear the wisdom of King Solomon. For she was wise as a woman, and she was as he was a man, and she brought 50 boys and 50 girls, all clothed in boys' apparel, to show before King Solomon, for him to tell which were boys and which were girls. He could not do that until he called for water for them to wash their selves.